not the wrong way.
The
words are, but we're not.
All right. Hopefully this is going to work. It looks like we're the right direction, but we're not. Flip. Can we flip?
There's my notification. Let's see.
That's the wrong flip. Oh my goodness. It's not working again, is it?
Okay, so we are, oh, you can see it on the computer, but
we
we're
have
sideways. I'm facing the wrong direction.
What are we going to do here? We're going to go this way. Show live video. Why is it not working? Hi guys, I don't know if you can hear us, but we're having a little difficulty. Hopefully we'll get this figured out quickly.
Yeah, we apologize to the 3 people watching.
See you guys?
I am not on my phone.
Okay, are you able to hear us? Hi Rick, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Flipped again. Okay.
I guess I don't need to send a message.
All right, guys.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Joy. Hi, anyone who's watching. Sorry.
Yes, we do apologize. We were supposed to be going the other direction, but for some reason it didn't do that. So we're gonna have to film this way, and hopefully it looks okay.
That's fine.
If you're on a phone, I do apologize. Okay, thank you, Joy. Appreciate that. Wow. All right, let me bring this down a little bit, because I think we were kind of set up for a little different live stream here. Well, so how's everybody doing? Happy New Year. This is the first live of 2026 for us.
Happy New Year. 4 days in.
Yes. Yeah, I suppose.
Flies.
It's going fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can put this over more toward the chat, then we can actually see what everybody's saying at the same time.
So did any of you make it to midnight? Because we didn't.
Far from it in our situation.
No, I think it was like 11.
Well,
I was like, what's the point?
True.
I don't see the point of losing an hour of sleep to say Happy New Year and then go to sleep.
Yeah, we're not that big on whether or not we see the time change in the year come in. I mean, maybe at some point.
I think, yeah, and until then, I think we should do like people do with kids and celebrate some other locations' New Year. Like Australia.
Oh, I've actually never heard of that.
Yeah, I saw people on Facebook saying celebrated early with the kids, and they were like doing the countdown to some other place.
Hi, Scotty. Welcome in. Yeah, I think we've said hello to everybody. If we haven't said hi, we do apologize. So Rebecca, Joy, and Scotty, you're all in the chat, and we really do appreciate that. I was texting with Robbie earlier, and he didn't know if he was going to make it to our live because he's cleaning up at the deer camp. And as far as I know, they're still doing theirs though. So
as far as we know.
As far as we know.
I think he would mention otherwise.
Yeah, he usually keeps us up to date on what everybody's doing for their lives. So hopefully it pops in at some point. Joy, you're up till 1:30, but not because you wanted to be. Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I don't. Hopefully it wasn't because of illness or.
Yeah, or neighbors keeping you up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because we've all been sick. Fortunately, knock on wood, I haven't got super sick, not like everybody else.
It's been 3 weeks now.
Yeah, right through the Christmas holidays and now through the New Year's holidays, and
yeah,
so far hasn't really gotten hold on me just yet. But I'd be surprised if it doesn't, because it seems to be very slow moving into each individual in the house. But
Very. The first one sick was our youngest, and she still has a bit of a chesty
yeah,
cough.
cough and some sort of flu or COVID strain or whatever the heck.
Big flu season this year.
Yeah, a lot of sick people. A lot of people around that are under the weather. As far as anything we've done around here, honestly, not a whole lot. We've been kind of staying inside. I hate to say it. It's just been, I don't know, dreary, cold.
Freezing.
Joe, you're not feeling well either. I'm hoping, you're feeling a little bit better now. I'm hoping, I hope everybody's feeling well. Yeah, so not much change around here. We do have a turkey that we need to process.
That we don't want to.
We just haven't wanted to deal with it because it's been so cold outside. And the only reason we need to process it is it's injured its legs somehow. I think they got fighting and one of them
nerve damage.
Yeah, some kind of nerve damage or something, because he's unable to walk properly. He's surviving. He's getting around, kind of flopping around in the pen to get where he needs to get to, but
yeah. So he's not ill. He's just injured.
Yeah, he's not ill. So he's definitely on the menu. It's just we don't want to dig out all the equipment and then stand out in the bitter cold. So now, from what we don't even think we have. Honestly, we don't even think we have a pot big enough to boil water in, to be honest. So I think we're gonna have to pluck him without actually scalding him and stuff. So I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I'd rather not skin him unless I really have to, because I like the skin on the poultry to begin with. So, but we'll see.
Fun.
It's on the agenda at some point. And we do have a lame duck too.
We do. Sure. It's getting around better than the turkey.
Yeah, hopefully it recovers. We don't know if it's injured a flipper there on the ice or what, because
it's just kind of sitting around, but it does waddle away from you if you get anywhere.
If it has to, it goes.
It moves pretty fast, actually.
But I was thankful not to see any carcasses around, because we did notice yesterday we were sitting in the kitchen and I looked out the window and there was a great big bald eagle just in the backyard, and I thought, oh, hopefully it's not here to pick out something off the menu, because that would have been unfortunate. And of course, you can't really do much about it, right? When they're other than going out and making a bunch of noise. We have guns and stuff here, but of course we're not going to shoot it. Even to make a lot of noise, it's kind of, can't expect the neighbors to be too happy about that.
Yeah, I saw a post on Facebook where somebody was saying in the nearby town that they saw 2 bald eagles the same day. I wonder if it was the same one.
It could be. I do tend to see quite a few of them. Hi, Robbie. Thank you very much for popping in. I know you're busy, and you'll see we're on a different format today, which was not intentional. We started the live and it started filming in the wrong direction on our mobile, so we just turned it to and went with it. So so we do apologize, like I said, for anybody that's trying to watch on phone.
Yeah, we started with our normal difficulties.
Yeah, not exactly a real good tech guy. I'm hoping that I can use my USB camera again on the computer. I'm going to try it sometime during the week and test it out, because we were having issues with it. It kept kind of acting up on us. But I went and started doing some research, and I looked online and I saw that you could go into the device settings and turn off where the computer chooses to cut back on the power and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that maybe that was it. I don't really know. But in the meantime, I've been watching the marketplace and stuff, trying to see if there's a decent computer that I think I can afford.
He doesn't want to pay too much.
I hate spending a lot of money, and anything tech related gets outdated so quickly.
Yeah, and you have to kind of have a feeling of trust for the seller, because there was one he was looking at and the price came down, and then the guy wasn't available to sell it, and then the price started going back up and then up again.
And it was pending, and
it was a mess. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go through with that sale.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find something for video editing, right? As you guys, most of you guys in the chat probably already know, you need a fair bit of not a lot, but you need a fair bit of resources. And I do like to have multiple monitors set up. So I wanted something that would also have its own graphics card and things like that. So I've been looking at used gaming systems, which, I guess could be a good idea or a bad idea. In theory, they should have all of what I need. At the same time, I guess they may have a lot of wear and tear as far as usage. So I guess I'll have to kind of be careful. But anyhow,
Yeah.
that's not even channel related. It's just kind of what we're doing. So,
but rabbit related.
Yes,
we have sold our remaining meat rabbit, and we are down to 3 lops. So
we're getting very close, and they haven't checked in with us.
No, we sent them an update or two.
Sent them an update before Christmas. As you guys know, we kind of got in a little bit of trouble there because we sold cages with rabbits, and that was a no-no.
Which we didn't know that before.
We didn't really think about it, I guess. But, or maybe we didn't care. I don't know.
Well, they said the cages are for sale in the pet store, so why would we think anything of selling the cages?
So basically we can sell them. We're just not supposed to sell them together. Whatever.
Not.
So they haven't come and slapped our hands yet. So hopefully they don't. And we'll hopefully get the last, we may end up just giving the last 3 away as pets or whatever, just to
3 lots,
just to be done with it.
And what do we have left? Like 8 cages that were in use plus some extras.
Yeah, 8 to 10 cages still that we could sell off after we know we're done with everything. I thought about keeping them for other usage, but it does kind of seems pointless. So don't really need that many quail or anything like that. So may keep a couple of them, because a couple of them are smaller and they have handles on top. Might keep those for transporting, birds or whatever. But even that we don't really need.
No, but it might be handy.
Yeah.
There's a couple of rabbit cages we were given that I kind of like to keep for other purposes.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're nice.
Otherwise, we have some warm temperatures coming. Won't be as nice as it is in some locations, of course, but we're going to be above zero. I think in about 4 or 5 days we're supposed to climb above zero. So we're hoping that we can catch some rain or melt water, and we top up some of our barrels that we have stored in the barns for use with the animals. But
yeah, because it's going fast. We have like 4 barrels in there, and most of them are at least half empty.
Yeah, because I find with heating the water, and you guys will probably, maybe you've experienced this, maybe you haven't, but I find since we have to heat all the water, it's almost like a lot evaporates. And I guess that would only make sense, right, because of the temperature difference and things like that. But
and the ducks.
And the ducks, yeah, the ducks go through a lot of water. The geese don't, ironically.
Yeah, the ducks splash it out. They don't even drink that much. It's just
they got for health reasons, right? They have to clean their face and their nose and just stay healthy. So, I mean, can't hold that against them, I guess.
No.
it's just that's a lot of work. That's all, because every time you go, you have to take a 5-gallon pail of water with you. So it's like.
Yeah, and the excuse me, the water on the side coop doesn't go through nearly as quick.
Not as much, about half as much, it seems.
Yeah,
but
so it's definitely the ducks at fault.
Well, it's also a different heater, so I don't know if one's maybe warming up more than the other. Different brand altogether, so who knows. Anyway, so Robbie, did you? Maybe you can hear me, maybe you can't, but I'm curious. You're cleaning up at deer camp, but did you actually have any luck this year, or did you strike out as far as that goes? I'll try to watch for your answer, but Hey John, how are you? Welcome in. Hope you've been doing well.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Hopefully you've been healthy. It seems like none of it, everybody we know have been kind of ill, and
one at a time.
Yeah.
Forevermore, it seems.
Unfortunately, we made my in-laws sick, my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law, because saw them over Christmas, and one or two of our kids were a little under the weather, and kind of.
So now they've got it, and hopefully rounding the bend with that. 0 luck.
Zero luck, Robbie says. Oh, okay, so yeah, you get
so it's
to
not over yet.
you get another chance. That's good. I hope you get something. Now, do you cut it all up, Robbie, and to roast and stuff, or do you make pepperettes? A lot of guys around here tend to make pepperettes with them. I was kind of curious. I do enjoy those.
We buy a lot of pepperettes.
Yeah.
Would you need a smokehouse?
You've been sick since Christmas too, John?
Mm-hmm.
We were sick just before Christmas, right through Christmas, and the house is still kind of under the weather.
Yeah, I think it hit us, or hit our youngest on the 17th of December.
Yeah,
so
it's been
a good week before Christmas.
A lot of illness going around, and at work, like, we get constant call-ins. Like, as you guys, I think you guys know, I supervise where with the factory I work in, and it's not uncommon to be short 8-10 people a shift these days.
Yeah, everything I read, it's a bad flu season. Flu or COVID or whatever, a mixture, I guess. Not the flu they predicted, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anywho. Anywho. No.
My mama says, I'm going to out you here. Don't you dare blame the kids for us being sick, or you'll have to deal with me. Okay, you just spontaneously got sick. Okay, feel better, rest.
Yeah, no, it wasn't our kids. It was you got it all by yourself.
Yep.
So apparently my mom-in-law is watching.
Love you.
I have to behave. So Robbie says they do some roasts, some tenderloin, and grind most of it. Okay. So, use it in place of ground beef, or do you mix it with something else, Robbie?
Nice. We use a lot of ground beef
or
ground whatever.
Yeah, we do. John says he and his wife both have it. It won't go away. Had influenza A. Okay, so do you actually know what you had? We have no idea what we had.
No.
We didn't go to the doctors or anything. And we have Duncan Family Farms in. Hello, Greg. How are you doing?
So do you actually get the test at the pharmacy or something to test for that? Because I've seen some pictures on Facebook where it just seems kind of like a COVID test. Like I saw one that had A, B, COVID. Like either one of those could pop up.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing.
I don't know. I've never ever tested for anything, so I don't know how that works.
Farm All Fords. Shane, how are you? Welcome in. The emergency room. Wow, that bad, eh, John? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a gentleman last week who was in a merge with his father-in-law and his wife, and ironically, while they were there, he looks over and he saw his dad being wheeled in, and now these are elderly gentlemen. And anyway, his father-in-law ended up being in there for influenza, and then his father ended up being in there for something. I don't think it was exactly what. Well, he ended up getting diagnosed anyway with COVID while he was there, and so it wouldn't be much of a family gathering over the holidays with all that illness going on. But
no, and I expect a lot more coming because of family gatherings over the
holidays. I'm sure a lot of it's just going to start showing up now
because there's that incubation period.
Yeah, and I can hear it in my own voice and things like that. So I'm fingers crossed. Like I said, I won't get it as bad as some people have, because I know for the kids and for Cindy, it really kind of knocked them out for a bit.
A bit.
But so hopefully it's a good new year for everybody coming up. Do anybody have big plans for the new year? Any extra large garden projects or?
I'm cutting back.
Cindy plans to cut hers back this year, mostly because there's a lot of stuff that we just don't eat anymore.
Yeah, and it was just too much.
Yeah, that's the other problem. It's hard to keep up. We thought we cut it back as it was because we went to raised beds, but I thought that should have made it easier.
I thought I put all this good spacing in between everything, and in the end, everything just grew on top of each other. Different vegetables were intertwined, and I
Yeah.
want a lot more space this year.
Yeah, it was. We put everything far enough apart that I could easily cut between it. But by the time it was all done growing and overhanging and things like that, I still couldn't cut between it. And
We had tomatoes in the apple tree
yeah,
and
I don't know if you
beans
guys
hanging
remember,
between the trees.
I did post a couple of things where we had tomatoes that actually vined themselves up in the apple trees, and it was crazy.
Won't be long before potatoes.
Ah,
That's something we don't do anymore here.
yeah, we didn't have much luck with it, and it's
And now we don't really eat it. So
yeah, we don't eat them, and we were finding for the price of them in the store here, it wasn't really worth our work. But
yeah,
I know
it's neat, though.
John does a pile of work with potatoes too.
Some athletic rivalry going on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you guys on opposing teams there, Scotty?
I'm thinking football. I honestly have no idea, but I think.
Yeah, it's yep. Nice. Yeah, what else is going on? Feels like not a whole lot these days. We just haven't felt like the energy to do much.
Yeah.
And I finally got that Christmas break where I hadn't been working, and I said to Cindy, I don't know what to expect this year because we're still busy, and I had to go in Friday, and I had this weekend off, but then I go back on Monday, and the shift I go back on typically means that for the next 8 weeks I may not have a day off. So I'm not sure what to expect yet. Planning on planting 3 types of corn this year. Nice. So 3 types of eating corn. Like, are you gonna get into popcorn? Cindy tried the popcorn at one point, and then we did the glass gem corn.
We haven't had much luck with corn because the neighboring fields plant corn, and I planted peaches and cream, and they came out looking great. But when we cooked them up, they tasted like field corn.
Tracy and Tim, welcome in.
I think they cross-pollinated.
Appreciate that you're listening in.
Yeah, I tried to keep it as far away from the field as I could, but
yeah, I don't know how to address that. Maybe it's timing or something, but they plant field corn around us usually, and it seems to be, it always cross pollinates with our corn, and it kind of messes us up.
Yeah, I think we'll keep it simple this year. I'm always eager come the first sign of spring or earlier to start planting, but I made myself notes this year. Like, don't start the tomatoes until, I think I said April, because last year it was March and it felt way too early. Everything was growing too fast.
Shane's planting yellow dent, Indian corn, and Jimmy red.
Are those popcorn? They sound like they would be. Like the glass gem is... seems like a very decorative, I don't know if it's Indian corn as well, but it's also a popcorn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Part of our problem too is we don't like to water too much, and I find corn's one of those things where you just have to, you do have to kind of water it for it to fill in.
Yeah, I think we'll stick with things like green beans because we'll use that a lot.
Yeah, we like green beans.
Tomatoes, the big ones, like the saucy ones. Because I swear I planted one plant of small tomatoes last year, and yet somehow I ended up with like 20. I don't know. They were everywhere. I don't know. But I'm going to be careful this year.
Oh, yellow dent and Indian corn. Okay, so it's 3. That's the 3 types. Gotcha. Yeah. When you say big tomatoes, you're talking about like the Amish paste?
Yeah.
More for sauces.
Yeah, because we had way too many little cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes. Like, they were everywhere, and I don't remember planting them. I swear I don't. But then we got a bunch of ground cherries too that I did not plant.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And they were in the raised beds, and I did not plant them.
Maybe the birds.
I don't know.
Maybe the birds spread them.
Kids loved them though.
Okay, so Shane says plant your corn 3 weeks before or after they plant theirs.
Okay, so just the planting itself will be enough to.
Yeah, because it has to do with when they, the pollen.
I'll let them go first.
Yeah, but then yours might not get ready in time. Well,
Oh,
whatever you
but I
want
have
to do.
no idea when they're gonna go, so
Oh,
I
that's
can't
true.
time it.
Ask them. Just go knocking on doors. When are you planting your corn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if we can watch it, as long as we catch it when it's being done, see them being done right.
Problem is, I don't know what any of the farm equipment does. So I don't know when they're planting, when they're fertilizing, when they're spraying. Because if I see the tractor in the field, I just call the kids in. I'm like, come in, because I don't know if they're spraying or pesticides or whatever.
Yeah, usually the reason for that is usually we're downwind from this particular field, and Cindy's always a little concerned that they might be spraying some sort of chemical. And
Well, I wish I recognized what each piece of equipment did, but I don't. So
yeah.
It seems like they also do it the day before it's supposed to rain, which is
I think
good.
that's usually when they fertilize, though. When they usually keeps the smell down.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Hopefully we can time it better if you're actually going to plant.
Now I'm thinking about the garden.
It sounds nice actually, because right now it's just been dreary. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the winter's really just got here, but I mean,
Yeah.
what we got, another 8 weeks, and then it could start warming up a little bit.
True.
Usually by the middle of March. 8-10 weeks, I guess. But a lot can happen in 8 to 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, next week or the end of next week, or by Thursday, Friday next week, I think we hit like +3, +4 Celsius.
And that's exciting for us.
Yeah, and then we'll have a couple days of that, and then it starts to get cold again. But for January to even get in the positive numbers is kind of exciting. But of course, what it probably really means is there'll be a lot more people walking around sick. Even in these temperatures, it's kind of weird when you go somewhere and you see somebody wearing shorts. It's like, the hell is wrong with you?
Do they always plant corn in the field next to you? It feels
Usually,
like
it always seems like it's corn. I don't know. You think they rotate? Because
yeah.
a lot of them around here, they'll have soybeans, then they'll have corn.
Yeah.
Soybeans, then corn. For some reason, it seems like there's usually corn in that particular field, and it seems kind of strange to me. But
Mm-hmm. And then there's always that big shift when you're used to the corn being there, and then they cut it down, and all of a sudden it's like windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always corn.
For some reason, they don't seem to do a lot of rotation on that particular field. 55 there today. Yeah, I'm not even sure what it is here. I'm curious now, though. See if I can look it up real quick.
So when do you guys start your tomatoes and peppers? Because I want to start my peppers earlier than I did last year and my tomatoes later.
-3 Celsius here. So what is that?
So we have 55, 54, and 56. All pretty similar.
Wow. All right. So here, without the wind chill, it's 26.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Not horrible, but it's kind of that cool that kind of gets into your bones.
April 15th. It's dangerous frost. Okay, and when do you start? Like, do you do seedlings? Because I always do seedlings for tomatoes and peppers.
April 15th, and here we do May 20th. Yeah, May 20th, 24th, somewhere in that range is when we assume our frosts are done.
Yeah. But we did have that good year a couple of years ago when I planted it a month early and it worked out.
You're getting snow tomorrow, Scotty. 29. So you're not a whole lot warmer than we are.
37.
John says 37 there. It's going to warm up next week in the 50s. Okay, that must be around the same time we're supposed to get the 4 or 6 degrees Celsius days, whatever that works out to. Yeah, it's nice to have a little break from the super cold weather. Yeah. Although I'm sure you guys probably got some nasty stuff too. We got some crazy weather over Christmas, and I don't know. We think we might have maybe talked to you guys since then, but we had some freezing rain, things like that. And actually, I have a lot of branches to clean up at some point, but took a lot of branches down around the yard. But we didn't lose our power, thankfully. A lot of other areas did, but we were fortunate.
Okay, so you start your seeds first part of March. Yeah, that's what I normally do. That's what I did, but I just found them growing way too big.
I was going to say, we find they get a little too...
it took too long to be able to get them out into the garden for us. So
yeah, in our greenhouse, we have that little greenhouse that I made a while back, but it seems to get too hot in there. I've been meaning to put up some kind of shade cloth or something inside the windows. Either that or even tinting them maybe might help, because it's just single pane glass and it seems to burn the plants if we let it get too warm.
Yeah, it goes from too cold to too hot.
Oh,
quickly.
It works, but you really got to monitor it. So even that, and that's even with I had installed a fan in there too, on a temperature, on an Inkbird thermostat, just to kind of have it kick on during the day and try to circulate the air and keep it from getting too warm. But I think it kind of works like a magnifying glass almost. Maybe if I plant my fig trees in there, I might have better luck.
We still have coffee. I'm switching to tea.
You're switching to tea?
I am switching to tea. We are out in the office and I brought a thermos.
Yeah.
He needs a coffee maker or a kettle out here.
Booty Cat, welcome in. Or maybe you were here earlier. I never noticed, but you'd be back around 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 Celsius. Yes, I do miss the trips to Florida. Been many years since I've managed to go down. Very nice. Yeah, I would not mind living in a climate that sits around that 75, 80 mark. Just joined. Well, welcome in. So how's the flu bugs in Florida?
Yeah.
So the weather's good there, but do you guys still get the crazy influenza and things that are going around? Because
that's a good question.
It seems like everybody in the chat has been dealing with that, and we've all been dealing with it here. I'm kind of curious if...
because I know it's a virus. It's not the actual cold that does it, but the cold weakens your immune system to catch it.
Yeah. It's kind of strange. I remember one year, many years ago, if you've been to Florida in July, I've only been in late fall and early spring. But I remember going the one time, I was super sick with a cough and stuff. I went down. The whole time I was there, I never had an issue, and I come home and it came right back.
I think it was a stress cough.
Maybe it was. But no, I haven't been in July. I have, however, been to Las Vegas, Nevada in August, and that was a heck of a warm trip. It was only a weekend getaway, but wow.
The news says the flu is happening a lot in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think it is. Seems to spread pretty rampant now, so.
And it seems strong. A lot of people are going to the hospital for it.
Yeah, you got to wonder why, but it seems like everything's a little more wicked when you catch it now, but ever since the, cough in 2020 there. It feels like a sauna. Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah, it must get very humid.
Probably depending more on where you're at, right? I guess if you get down more toward the Keys or something like that, you probably get more of a breeze and whatnot. But yeah,
I don't know what we're doing this year. I'm trying to think, what plans do we have this year? And I don't know.
don't have much. Like I said, yeah, kind of got everything where we want it now.
Yeah, as far as buildings and
Yeah, as far as that kind of stuff goes, wouldn't mind kind of upgrading the coops a little bit.
yeah, we'd like to have some hatching success with the geese.
Yeah,
the turkeys.
the turkey, we're still getting a turkey egg, every day, every other day,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. And we believe, from what we can tell, we believe they're fertile. We did separate all the turkeys so that the males weren't all together, especially after we had that one that's got the injury there. Kind of, delayed reaction. But anyway, so we do have just a male and female together. The more dominant male, at least appears to be. So we think they're fertile. I think I'm going to try incubating them soon and kind of check and see after 7 days if they look to be developing. Because they're large birds. We got the Orlot or
bronze.
Yeah, Orlot bronze. No, not Orlot. I can't think of the name. Anyway, they're a type of bronze turkey, and when I try to move these things, they're heavy birds.
Yeah.
Joyce says the flu's going around there too. A few COVID cases. Yeah, I'm not even sure really what the difference is anymore. They seem so much the same to me, except for the fact that I don't know. When we did have COVID a few years back, it seemed like I put you on the couch sleeping most of the time. But yeah, AC's pretty standard. Yeah, we've all gotten kind of spoiled that way. I mean, we only have a few hot months here, and
it would still be hard to get by without it.
I think it'd be pretty tough anymore to get by without AC, because when you're getting in 90 to 100 degree weather,
it gets humid here.
It gets very humid, and I don't think I would sleep much without it, or I can't even imagine driving a car anymore without it, because but you think back to when we were kids, the windows is all you had, especially in the country, the farmhouses and stuff. You would just open the windows and hope for a breeze, or put one of those big window fans in. Yeah. But otherwise, I think we're pretty much got everything where we want to be, except for, maybe just getting up a little bit as far as stuff goes.
Mm-hmm. And if the geese don't pull their weight.
Yeah, that's the only thing we might change this year. If we can't get eggs to hatch from the geese, we're probably going to look at maybe getting out of the geese, because they're just not at all friendly. Not with us, not with anybody.
Have that seasonal laying, so it's not like
and
that opportunity all year round or anything.
And the particular breed we have, the American buff geese, they don't. You don't get a big range in the egg laying time, so you don't get a lot of eggs, right? So
we're hoping they don't start laying too early.
Yeah,
if they don't catch it, they're going to freeze.
Last year they were laying when it was too cold out.
Yeah.
And the eggs were freezing before I could get to them. Yeah, I think, Joy, we probably have about, I don't know, if I had to guess, I haven't actually counted, but there's probably about 20 ducks out there.
Yeah, mostly white ones. We added a lot of white ones last year. Putty cat, we sold our last meat rabbit, and we only have 3 Holland lops left. So, and we have a bunch of cages, but that can wait till spring.
Yeah, so no real updates from them. We haven't heard from them since before Christmas. We sent them an update. We kind of got our wrists slapped a little bit because we sold cages along with rabbits, and I guess that was a no-no, because the whole point was they weren't supposed to be in the cages. It's fine if we sell the cages
for a different rabbit,
but we just shouldn't be selling them with the current rabbits, because there's something about they told us in the email that they sent us that the protective order is
It's like
on the
they're a rabbit
rabbits.
social worker.
Yeah, it
It's a
was
case worker
strange.
for that particular rabbit.
Yeah. So and they they went as far as wanting to know who bought them and things like that, and we didn't give that information. We don't even think we have it anymore. But yeah, it's quite the ordeal. I won't lie. It's actually it's kind of depressed me. I feel like I've kind of lost a little bit of the drive to do some of the stuff around here, and that might seem silly, but it's kind of affected how I feel about things a little bit, and I'm kind of working through that, I guess. So, but that and it's been too darn cold.
Yeah, that puts you in a bad mood too.
Yeah.
So all we have is the 3 lops, and because they are lops and their ears are lopped, I think they're okay in the cages until we find their homes.
Yeah. If worst case scenario, I'm sure we can give them away. We've been trying to get a couple dollars for everything that we kind of have to get rid of, just to. Yes, exactly.
It is exactly like that.
That's exactly how it seemed. I think that's kind of what's happening.
I know, because when I read it, I was like, wait, weren't we just supposed to get rid of the rat?
Yeah.
But apparently.
I guess we addressed it wrong, but yeah. The whole ordeal's kind of been ridiculous. So, yeah. So really, once they're gone, other than.
Then we have a space for our brooders.
Yeah.
Which is good because it's coming up on that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get everything cleaned out. That will be my next project, I guess, is I'm going to end up going in there and kind of building up that space to somehow either, I think I'll probably build a brooder, I guess, something that stuff falls through, maybe. I got to do a little bit of research, kind of the best way to do that. Because it is a nice contained area. It does hold the heat well. Since it's insulated pretty well, so I'm hoping that it'll be good enough for hatching. And I don't know if I can put my big incubator out there or not. I'm not sure, but we could definitely do our brooder situation out there.
Yeah, which is the biggest deal because it makes a mess in the basement.
We've been putting them in the basement and putting them in the house, and of course, especially I find with quail, especially you get a lot of little like fine dust. I don't know why. And then when I had that big brooder set up in the shop, if you guys recall, we lost a bunch of stuff because the rats caught onto it, and yeah, we don't keep feed out in the open. No. But being surrounded by fields and farms, I think we've had a few visitors, and they caught on to the fact that they could go in and get a good meal. So they took ducks, they took pheasants, they took chickens,
and a couple chicks.
I shouldn't say they. It was
I saw one
big fat rat in particular. Did end up getting it, I think, but still, there's always more.
We should start hatching earlier this year, though, because last year when we hatched, we felt like we should have started earlier. People started wanting them ready to.
Yeah, we may want to try to get a little earlier start on it because
that's part of our income.
To try to get ahead of the hatcheries, right? Because when you buck from the hatcheries, usually they don't start super early in the year. And I want to hopefully hatch, like I said, the geese and the turkeys, because the turkeys, when we got them from the hatchery, you couldn't sex them, or they didn't sell them sexed, which was fine. But the point was, when we got them, we only got 4, hoping that we would have enough to get our own, and we did end up getting 1 hen. So like to kind of grow that a little bit for ourselves. And I have had other people ask if we're going to sell any chicks, like for the turkeys and stuff. So hopefully make a few dollars there.
Yeah, it's usually a good source of income, and we don't have to keep them for very long, so it's a quick turnaround.
And the geese would be. It's just we didn't have any luck last year, no matter how hard we tried to hatch those eggs. But I'm hoping with the better incubator this year, maybe we'll have better luck. Yeah,
and hopefully we'll catch when they start laying.
Yeah, that'll be a big deal.
Because he's going in for the eggs, because I'm not.
Yeah, Cindy
Already told
won't.
him it's
Cindy
not
will not
happening.
go in where the geese are because they're a little too aggressive, and then when they start laying, they get even more aggressive. So
Yeah, that's a you thing.
yeah, putty cat is a pain in the rear, and the worst part is guaranteed. Most of the farms aren't any different than we are.
No, because everyone wants to buy the cages because
Yeah,
the stores sell the cages.
those. Yeah,
It's
and
just a better deal than buying it in the store, right?
yeah, and the particular cages that we had were expensive cages, and a lot of people liked them because of the fact that they had the trays built in and all that stuff. So
And the one guy that bought a few from us, he thought they were huge.
Canadian geese, yeah, cobra chickens. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, geese in general. You're right. Geese in general. I call them my redneck security system because they're in an area that I fenced off all along the laneway. So you know when somebody's here. You don't need dogs because these geese it's all you hear is them honking away.
Yeah. It's always funny when somebody comes for eggs or something else and they're like, oh, geese. And
They walk
up to
over
the
as if they're
fence. I'm
gonna
like,
pet them. I was like,
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either. You're gonna get bruised, or because I've come away with some marks where they've left me bleeding, and
Yeah, I just don't get that close.
yeah, I like them still. It's just wow.
Even when I have to go break up the ice, sometimes their water freezes and I have to break the ice with a gardening tool, whatever. And they bite at the thing. They're constantly biting at the tool.
Yeah, just a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I enjoy having them, except for that fact, right? So if they're not going to supply a source of income of some sort, or a food source, even at the very least, then of course it doesn't really make sense to keep them because I don't need I do have dogs, so I don't need the geese to let me know if somebody's here. So
Duncan Family Farm, our chickens haven't slowed down laying eggs at all yet. That's good.
That's very good. Ours have slowed down.
Not as bad as it's gotten in the past.
Yeah, in the past it was a lot worse.
Yeah, we're probably at half of what we get.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Yeah, we're probably getting 30 some eggs a day right now.
Yeah.
But during the summer we were getting over 60 or 60, 62, somewhere in there. Oh, it's definitely slowed down for us, but I think the part of it I notice is it's mostly the birds in the one area that have slowed down a lot. And I'm wondering if it's their age because they are the younger birds, and I don't know if it's they're maybe going through their first mold and things like that going on as well. I'm not sure.
Could be because the Canadian breasts in the aviary, the young ones, they were laying like one egg a day. We were getting like 5 or 6 eggs from them, and now nothing for the last few days.
I bet you part of that's to do with the weather, though.
Yeah,
because we got a bit of a blizzard over the holidays, and all the aviaries. Even though I blocked a lot of them off, I left the doors open, like just wire, just to let the sun in, just to let the air in, and so they could see out.
Yeah.
And with the blizzard, we had a lot of snow went inside of those caged aviaries, and they're not too impressed by it. So I think that definitely had an effect on those particular chickens over there.
And the ducks have stopped, all but one.
Yeah, the ducks have pretty much stopped laying too now. Fortunately, the one that is laying, it's laying inside, and it has a little hollow spot in the ground, so it hasn't been freezing. Kind of like getting those puppies are getting big and very jumpy.
Yeah, but they're cute.
Yeah, they're just loving you. That's different.
Yeah, I can't compare
puppies
to
yeah, putty cat. Yeah, our puppy's like that. She loves me like crazy, and it's
insane.
Like
it's insane.
Yeah,
it's like
how she reacts with me compared to everybody else is unreal. To the point,
excitement she can't contain.
Yeah, she gets so she's what a year old now. She just had her birthday.
Over a year, yeah.
And she sees me and she gets so excited, and I won't pet her because if I stop to pet her when she first sees me, she'll have a little accident. She gets that excited. Fortunately, we don't have any carpet in our home.
She's never been that excited to see me, and I take her out, I feed her, I do all
Yeah.
this stuff, and yet she sees him and she gets so excited she piddles.
Yeah, it's annoying how much she loves me.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. 2 speeds, yeah.
Yeah, I like her in the evening, and at night she's so lazy. She just wants to sleep next to you on the couch. Like she'll find her little nook on the couch and cuddle up next to you. That I like that.
Yeah,
That's cute.
definitely easier to deal with.
Yeah.
So, Robbie, I don't know if you're able to pick everything up clearly here, but I'm just kind of curious. Do you know if everybody's doing their live tonight? Just want to make sure I put a plug in for for the other channels if they are.
Yeah, we count on Robbie so much.
Yeah, I didn't see any mass text going out that anybody wasn't doing there, so I'm assuming that it's still happening for everybody. So just in case, the Hippie Callier Homestead should be on right after us, guys. If you are interested, anybody watching that wants to see the other lives, followed by Money Pit Homestead, and then Robbie at the Wild Huckleberry. Robbie and Sonia will be right after that, so 2 hours from now. And then I am assuming Dyer Family Farms will be having theirs. I know they didn't have it last week, but I expect they're probably having it. And then same as Red Rooster Road, I don't think they had theirs last week either, but maybe Monty and Michelle are going to have theirs this week. I'm not sure. Oh, Hippie Callier is not going live. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See, we
Robbie.
count on you.
Robbie always knows. But
all right, so you guys have an hour break to
yeah,
an hour to
have dinner and do chores.
Yeah. We did our chores, but we do need to do dinner.
Yeah, we did chores a little. What was it? 2:30, 2:30, 3 o'clock. We went out and did chores, so I'll still have to go out again and collect any eggs that got laid a little bit late, so they don't freeze overnight and close up the buildings. But
yeah,
otherwise,
we like to get it done early just to be done.
That's right. They were celebrating their anniversary, and so was Donald and Lisa, if I remember correctly. I think the same day. Only they went on their live still. So, but I will actually be able to watch a few of the lives tonight because, well, until I have to start getting ready for an early night's rest. But we are not going to my in-laws today because, as you know, my mother-in-law is not feeling well. So the kids are actually hanging out on their tablets and
I'm sure not watching us, but
and
playing games.
been waiting all day for their opportunity to play Minecraft or whatever they're.
Yeah, this was a good opportunity.
Yeah,
keeps them busy for an hour, and
true.
They enjoy it, and we got some quiet to do our live.
Yeah, exactly. And we actually, in case you don't, because you won't know, but where we sit here, there's actually a monitor behind over there that looks at the doors of our house.
Yeah, so my eyes are constantly going
So
up.
we know that nobody's there and nobody's in trouble or running outside or trying to get in the house.
No customers in the driveway.
Yeah. Gives us, there's, I think, about 9 cameras around the yard that keep an eye on everything for us when we're, so we can log in and see what's happening when we're not home.
What's for dinner at our house? Actually, leftover chicken from yesterday.
Yep, chicken from
vegetables
from our harvest this year.
Yep.
Really are enjoying the chickens, actually, guys. I think I will do that again.
Yeah, it was worth it. I like that. Not as many, I don't think. We don't need as many.
We don't need as many, but this was the first year. 2025 was the first year that we did the Cornish cross or whatever you want to call it. The bigger white chickens. Normally we would just harvest heritage breeds, which we were doing the Bird Rock, but there's such a huge difference in the amount of meat you get that we're probably going to keep doing that. We'll probably spend the money and order chicks again in the spring and keep doing it like that because the kids like it more. You don't get that because you guys probably know, like your typical barnyard chicken tends to be a little tougher, and it's a big difference. So
Yeah,
we're gonna do that again. Musgrave Family Farm, welcome in.
Thank
We
you
do
for
appreciate.
listening in.
Yeah, I do appreciate. I know what that's like. I do a lot of that. I do a lot of listening while I'm multitasking because, or while I'm having dinner on Sunday night normally, because it's the only way I can get it all in. Or if I'm driving somewhere, I'll sometimes put stuff on and just listen. But do appreciate that all the same.
We have 5 minutes.
5 minutes. If you get into a conversation, it doesn't really matter because
well, that's true.
there's no live behind us. But we probably will not. We likely will end up wrapping it up on time. But
yeah, because we do need to start supper.
Yeah, and you got tea, and I'm
still have coffee.
Drinking my cold coffee.
Yeah, get it in you.
So I didn't. Yeah, not going to plant any trees this year. I don't think. That was the other thing I was going to mention because I did see the catalog come out, and I think we've got enough fruit trees around here now that we did lose a couple last year. At least one, I think. Maybe it'll come back, but I don't think so.
Yeah, apple trees too.
Yeah,
but we had enough apples as well. So.
Yeah, and I don't want to get them out too far. I thought about putting some in where the geese are. I'm still tempted in some ways.
You'd have to protect them for a while, I think.
Maybe. But the geese, from what I understand, I think geese and ducks are supposed to be good for orchards. But you could be right. Maybe it would be a bad thing.
Well, I think they'd be fine once they're well established, but the young saplings, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they, as long as they were tall enough, they can't reach the leaves and stuff. But yeah, anyway, thinking out loud here, guys. But whether or not we really need to, that's another story.
It's a good space for it, though. I think the geese have way too much space.
Well, I'm tempted still to put the turkeys with them.
Yeah, they'd like that, maybe.
I just got to be careful. I haven't seen anything flying. I don't know if I want to get into trimming wings, but they seem big enough that they don't really do a lot of flying, or don't seem to, because they're too heavy, I think. But I just don't want to have an issue where something goes out in the road. What is the saying below? The small print. Oh. It says, so it says money never sleeps, and it says verb. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Yeah. That's what that says. There's a few of those type of signs around, little motivational signs.
Yeah. That's what he wanted for Christmas.
Yeah, just to decorate the office space here.
Or his new hobby.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. A lot of people like cold coffee brews. Yeah.
They're okay. Not my favorite, but
it's one of those things, that was created from waste, right?
It's true, but that sounds gross.
Yeah. Basically, instead of throwing out the old coffee, they come up with a way to make
add ice to it.
Add ice to it and cream and sell it back to you. So, not sell it back to you, but sell what they would have been throwing out.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% the truth, right? But it is. Yeah, there's a few other ones here. There's one that says execution, and it says noun, stop talking and put in the work. Another one that says grind. It says verb, to perform repetitive tasks over and over again in order to attain a goal. And the last sign over there says hustle, the only controllable pillar of success.
Yeah,
and there's one over there, but that's just a whole list of stuff. So, but yeah, I hopefully my hope is that I won't be working until I'm 65 or 67, but we'll see how things pan out for us.
Yeah. Well, keeping it simple on our little homestead helps.
Yeah, definitely. As you guys know, if you've got any of your gardening and stuff like that, it does help cut back on some costs, right?
And the fact that you're probably done making big buildings.
Yeah,
helps.
that's the other thing. Spend a lot of money on building and things like that. But I got a few little projects that are already in existing buildings, right? Like my workshop and things like that. I would like to insulate. I have got the wood stove out there. It helps a little bit, but it's such an open area, and there's no the ceiling's not insulated and things like that. So it'd be nice if I could invest a little bit of money in there, but again, have to do it wisely. Yeah, it would just make it more usable. Yeah, it's the same here now. They were going to put it to 67, and then they managed to keep it to 65, and now this year they're changing it to 67 again, Putty Cat. So it's the same situation as far as being able to get old age pension, which really isn't a heck of a lot.
And then there's something at 71 that they force you to start taking.
Oh, that's if you have a LIRA and RSP, they force you to start taking it. But and then Canada pension is the other thing you get here. You can start taking it at 60 unless they change that, but you don't get as much unless you wait. The longer you wait to start receiving it, the closer you get to a maximum amount, which I think if you wait till you're 65 or you wait till you're 70, then you get more than if you took it at 60, so to speak. But then, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I know people live longer and longer, but yeah, same idea, right? So they force you to pull a percentage. The only thing we have here that's a little like for RSPs, and then here you also have a TFSA. They call it tax-free savings account, which the government allows you to put so much a year in. This year coming up, we're allowed to put $7,000 each into one. And the nice thing with that is you can take it at any time and it's tax-free because you've already paid the tax before you put the money in. And if you get so much a year, and if say this year I took out $20,000 to use, next year I would get that room back. I would be able to put the $20,000 back in plus whatever the difference is that it goes up the next year. So not 70, okay, 73. So it's still similar. Here I think it's 71. They force you to start taking whatever you've got into like a RSP type setup, a retirement savings plan, that is. So yeah. Anyway, I suppose we should wrap this up. And I did see, Robbie, I did appreciate that you were able to listen in.
Yes, thank you. And Duncan Family Farm, yeah, yeah, it costs a lot to garden, but I guess there are worse habits.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It does, but.
Hello, Noble.
Noble, how are you doing? 73, yes, okay, so don't get me started on Social Security. I'm not a fan of the program. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a lot to say there too. I get that, that's for sure. Okay, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up, but thank you all so very much for joining us again. We do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll actually get some videos out sometime soon.
Yeah.
Just got to kind of get motivated again, and
hope you all feel better.
Feeling better is a big key too.
Yeah, hope everybody is recovering.
Yes.
By next week.
Exactly. Yeah. So hope all is well, and that your new year is starting out well, and that it continues to do well. So hope everybody's blessed. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us, guys.